Drinking wouldn't have allowed me to explore this other area of me and kind of was keeping me at this level. Like drinking, when you're drinking a lot, never elevates you. It never progresses you forward. All it does is just keep you here. Keeps you here. You know, you never have heard anybody ever say that I am really glad I started drinking again. Nobody's ever said that because there's no reason to be glad if you've stopped and you've seen the positive aspects that drinking has made towards your life being improved in every way, shape, or form. It's like there's no reason to look back, and that's where I'm sitting right now. I'm really not even like, oh, I'm 100 days sober. I hope I can make it 100 more. I'm almost like drinking isn't even a thing for me anymore. I don't drink, and life has gotten so much better without drinking in every way. So I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter about being sober. I know a lot of people always ask me questions about it. So I've been thinking about this for a long time. I want to form a place where people can get together and talk about issues with addiction. It doesn't have to be limited to alcohol. It can be any other addiction. I know there's every addiction out there. And even if you're having a hard time in life with depression, if you're having a hard time in life with your family, with work, anything, I know that everybody needs somebody to talk to, and not everybody has somebody to talk to. So I'm going to use Ruin Your Day as a platform for that. Every week on Wednesdays, I haven't decided a time yet, probably around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have Ruin Your Day live for an hour. And basically what's going to be happening is the chat is going to be live, and that's going to be used as the floor for everybody to talk. I might be on a video feed answering questions to the chat. I might pull up some music that Ruin Your Day made to play. I might play some video in the background. It's going to be sort of a free-form vehicle type of feed. There's not going to be really a set thing that we're doing. The only thing that I want to go on is I want people to feel like it's a safe place to come into and talk and vent, talk to other people, maybe give advice. I'll be in there if anybody wants to ask any questions about being sober. I can give whatever advice I can for that. And yeah, essentially, I just think there needs to be a place like that. I think AA works really well for a lot of people because it's a community. It's a strong-knit community. You have a sponsor that holds you accountable for not drinking. You have other people that are going through the same thing as you. You realize there's a whole world out there of people that just don't drink. And that's rare these days, honestly. So I want there to be a place like that on Ruin Your Day doesn't have to be just limited to alcohol. It could be anything. You know, like my parents went through some heart problems this year, and that really devastated me. So, you know, I needed somebody to talk to about that. My ex-girlfriend's dog that I really love got cancer. My close friend just had cancer. So it's been tough for me as well this year, and I'm really thankful that I've had Ruin Your Day to talk to you guys about battle rap and forget about the troubles in my life, but I want to give back, and I want to create a platform where we can all come together and sort of be each other's shoulder to lean on every now and then. So just wanted to make this video to talk about me getting sober, my experience with it. Honestly, to wrap this up, being sober is like probably the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. Me breaking up with my ex-girlfriend that I love to this day has been the best thing that's ever happened to me too as well. It's really like jump-started me to make big improvements in my life that I'm really proud of. And yeah, I mean, I think anybody out there that's struggling with addiction, the first question you need to ask for yourself, if you're thinking that you might have a drug problem, alcohol problem, any sort of problem, is if I'm asking myself if I have a problem, I might have a problem. Do you want to take the next step to solving it? Do you want to get clean? Do you want to get sober? And all I can say is being sober is amazing. It's great. I would never trade it for anything. It works really well for me. Other people can drink responsibly. I'm not one of those people. I can't drink responsibly at all. So, yeah, guys, I just want to thank you all for helping me through my year of sobriety. You guys really made a huge difference in my life. I want to thank everybody out there that supported Ruin Your Day, all the patrons, all the people that did a watch episode, all the guests, all the people that tuned in for watch, everybody that bought merch, everybody that bought music. It means the world to me. So thank you guys. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ruin an Hour, a safe place to talk. My name is Kyle Gray. This is a safe place to talk about anything from depression, anxiety, addiction, sobriety, balance in life. We are live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and every Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Welcome to Ruin an Hour. How is everybody doing today? You gotta forgive me, I literally just got done working out. So I'm waking up a little bit late every day now, which has been not the best. Getting in the bad habit of doing that. So, got to get back into good habits, and I think good habits are a healthy thing to exercise in a time like this where bad habits can get out of control. You know, even though this is a good time for you to take a relaxing, safe time to be kind to yourself and actually relax for one time in your life, because literally nothing is going on in the world that demands your reaction. You're not supposed to work. You're not supposed to go outside. Literally all you should do is take a peace of mind, be kind to yourself, and relax. There still needs to be some sort of balance between healthy relaxation and overindulgence, which I've been kind of teetering on the end of overindulgence. You know, I binge watched a whole season of a show on Netflix, and that kept me up until 6 a.m., and that's not good because then the next day I was extremely tired. So it's like the healthy balance of finding a way to relax and enjoy yourself, but also not really tire yourself out and be unhealthy. But how's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? What do you guys want to talk about? Calamite, exactly. An upside to this is people look internally, search something a ton of people don't do. I completely agree. This is giving people an opportunity to really sit with themselves. I know that I've been really introspective during this time, even if I haven't been really exercising the most therapeutic activities, but I've definitely been very introspective. Derek, you get a chance to peep the flick I told you about? Yeah, there's a good combo in there. I did, Derek. I watched The Dark Side of the Ring. I highly recommend that if you guys are fans of wrestling, or if not. I'm not the biggest wrestling fan, but I watched it as a 2-part documentary on Chris Benoit and kind of the look into what really went on in his psyche during that time of him murdering his son and his wife and then committing suicide. They dive into possibly the death of his friend being a trigger and a downward spiral into depression and also drug use. I like how they don't really pin it too much on steroid use, although that 100% is a contributing factor. And just mental health in general, and how basically athletes in any sport aren't really taken care of, like from the concussions that people receive in wrestling that has kind of just looked the other way, to even football. So I think that's a very great thing to look into. Okay, how's it going? How you doing today? Big Head 90. My friend's boyfriend broke up with her after he finished 14 months of sobriety due to a DUI. Can you give me a hint of what might have caused him to quit on the relationship? Big Head, unfortunately, I can't. I don't think everybody's story is the same, and I don't think everybody's case is linear. I think people all have unique paths in life, so I can't really say why your friend's boyfriend broke up with her after sobriety. I don't think sobriety could be a catalyst, but it could have possibly opened up something in him maybe to want to explore himself some more, and maybe he found out that he couldn't do that within a relationship. That's very possible for people not to be able to fully explore who they are within a relationship, because in a relationship, you're putting the other person first most of the time. Even though you're not really supposed to, I don't think that's the healthiest thing to do in a relationship, but it's a natural inclination to want to put the person you love the most before you when you're in a relationship. So the easiest way to not do that is to get out of the relationship and completely focus on yourself. So that could be a reason. We're gonna change so much as people after this. That Benoit doc was deep. Totally agree. Bad Money TV. Luis, thanks for your help through this. Desi, Saw that you got your family dressed up. That's incredible. Church. I'm glad to be off work for 4 days. Hell yeah, Kay Nicole. That's great. That's great that you're off work. Take advantage. Have fun. Do something nice for yourself. Assad, this quarantine making it hard as fuck to stay sober, but I feel like this is a great opportunity for practice. Yeah, Assad, this definitely is a huge challenge for everybody that's going through addiction, because you're literally alone and you have nothing else to do. So the number one thing to pass the time is to delve into your addictions. But I can say this, I think if you take this time to really practice sobriety and really work on yourself, there's going to be nothing that when this quarantine ends will ever challenge you to really break your sobriety. If you can get through yourself, because you're your own biggest trigger, nothing else is. You control if you can drink or not. You control if you can do drugs or not. You control if you do any of your addictions or not. It's literally up to you. Sure, there's like the sentiment that you're helpless over your addictions, and to a degree, I can see the argument for that. I'm one that really thinks that your mind is the most powerful thing in the world, and your mind can change your physical chemistry of yourself. Even if you think that you're not sick, you won't get sick. If you literally, you can think things into existence, you can manifest things into existence. So I think if you really take control over your mind at this time and know that you're a stronger person than your addiction, this will make you literally have a long life of having a strong hold over your addictions. Even if you do relapse, you'll be able to get back on the wagon easily. Calamite. It could be multiple things. It could be he isn't himself anymore in the relationship. Some more. He may also, like Ava said, have wanted to grow. It's possible he didn't feel he was good enough. Yeah, there's a bunch of like possibilities. It's like it's really hard to be like, oh, this is the reason why somebody left you, because it's like without talking to that person, it's really impossible to know. Desi, I don't qualify for E. I will be collecting the emergency response fund in Canada, is giving $2,000 a month for 4 months for people who lost their jobs or can't work due to COVID. I'm not stressed at all. I'm where I need to be during everything at home, being a mother to my kids who don't fully understand what's going on. Desi, that's an amazing mindset to have. Congrats. That's really powerful that you're taking that mindset, because I think that's a really powerful mindset to have of I'm right where I need to be in life. That's really hard to not have to have that. Honestly, I don't really exercise that mindset a lot, and that's something that I need to exercise. Is that, you know, oftentimes we're like, oh, we wish we could be this, wish we could be that. Like for your case, oh, if I was at work, I'd be making more money, or like, you know, I'd be more financially stable. But knowing that you're right where you need to be with your kids who need their mom during this time, and that you're going to get financial assistance for the government, is a wonderful perspective to have, and I think that's the most healthy perspective you could have at a time like this. Trust and connections are big in relationships. I think this time will teach us a new perspective on that. If you talk to family and friends during quarantine, 100%. If you guys haven't, you guys could FaceTime with your family and friends as much as possible during this. I know a lot of my friends are having like Zoom. If you guys haven't heard of the application called Zoom, go get it. It's what I use a lot for work. You could have like group meetings through your phone on it. So basically you can get like up to like 10 people on a phone. So you can have like a big hangout with all your homies in there. Like, you know, have a big coffee date, a big tea date. Stu F. I caved last Tuesday because it felt like having a drink when I got sent home from work. In a way, it felt good to have a drink and it not be the end of the world. I'm back on sobriety tip now, though. Stu F. Yeah, man, that's actually really good that you have that perspective, man, because it's not the end of the world. Relapsing is 100% part of the process. If you drink, if you do your addiction, the world isn't going to blow up. You're not going to be like killed and murdered and hanged and your whole family burned at the stake. It's not the case. All that's going to happen is that you're going to need to get back on the wagon the next day. That's it. That's like the only thing. It's not the end of the fucking world. There's still the next day. There's still tomorrow. There's still right now. You can be sober right now. You can quit right now. So I think that's a great perspective to have. It's not the end of the world. And congrats on getting back on the wagon. And being kind to yourself through all this, too. That's really important, too. I see so many people running or working outside. It's pretty cool how everyone's working on themselves during these times. Assad, I agree. I think it is pretty cool. I like that people are really taking this chance to delve into themselves. That's really important. Relapsing is a lesson in the journey. 100%, Desi. 100%. Totally agree with that. This is the first day I don't plan to go to the store in 17 days. Kay, I'm with you on that. Like before this quarantine thing, I literally would go to the grocery store like every single day. I was the type of guy that would buy groceries just for the day. And I had a grocery store literally across the street from my house, so it's super easy. But I haven't been to the store in 5 days maybe. I just get my groceries delivered now. Derek, still struggling to get past the emotional ride and feelings of the ex. Being in quarantine isn't helping much. Derek, completely understand. And yeah, that's something that the quarantine is definitely not going to help with. The one thing that you can do is reach out to people, though, when you're feeling alone. You got family, you got friends you can talk to, exercise FaceTime with them, do something you love for yourself, treat yourself, watch a movie that you really care about, watch a TV series that you really care about, read a book. There's a lot of things you can still do for you in this time, but I agree that quarantine definitely, makes the mind wander. I can fucking attest to that shit. Joseph Stone, Avocado be on 220 grams of protein a day. Thanks, Joseph. I'm actually not. I don't eat a lot of protein at all anymore. It kind of fucking sucks because I don't hardly eat meat anymore. So I just eat a shit ton of vegetables and fruit. I try to eat as clean as possible, especially during this time when it's very easy to kind of let myself go and pig out and be like, oh, well, whatever. I'm just going to eat a fucking whole bag of cookies or eat a pint of ice cream or something like that because it feels good. But then afterwards I'm going to feel like shit. And guess what? I can't go to the fucking gym. So there's no escape. But thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Joseph Stone, when you were drinking, how much and how often for how long in a row did you? Joseph, I'd been an alcoholic for most of my life. When it got really bad, I think was when I was in the end of my last relationship, and I didn't care about who I was anymore, and I didn't care about a lot of stuff, and I was doing a lot of bad shit. I would drink almost every day, I wouldn't wake up and start drinking, but I would do what I thought was a functioning alcoholic, where I would at lunch I would have 2 margaritas, and 1 margarita is pretty big. That would get me buzzed. 2 margaritas, I would be borderline drunk at work, and I would drink at work sometimes. I would bring in a michelada and drink at my desk and in a brown bag, and nobody would fucking say anything to me because I was so irritable that people were actually afraid of me. It was so horrible. And then I would drink on watch. If you guys, have been watching the show for a long time, I used to use watch as an excuse to get drunk, as an excuse to party with my friends. And I didn't used to live at this apartment. I moved into this apartment after me and my ex-girlfriend broke up when I used to live at her house. So what I would do after watch is I would literally drive back to her house, which is really far away from this apartment. It's clear across Los Angeles, drunk. A lot. I would drive drunk tons, and I would sometimes drink and drive, physically be drinking a beer while I'm driving. And I just didn't care about myself. I didn't care about my own well-being. I didn't care about my life. I endangered myself constantly. One time I remember I was driving drunk and I literally hit the side of the highway, and it was just I laughed. I was like, this is fucking crazy. My mindset was so toxic and bad. And I was so deep in what really actually was depression that I didn't know, that I was just numbing out with extreme addictions like sex and alcohol and just not giving a fuck. So yeah, it was crazy. It was fucking nuts. And yeah, I've been sober almost for 2 years now. It's been 1 year and 9 months, I think. And it's hard for me to even think about what it's like to drink. Honestly, I think about that every now and then. I'm like, oh man, I don't even know what drinking feels like anymore, because it's I don't want to do it at all. There's no part of me that wants to go back to that lifestyle. like who I am now is the person that I really am proud of, and I'm getting towards being a better person every day. The person that I used to be, like when I watched, like, honestly, when I watch the old porn I used to make, when I watch the old watch I used to make, that it looks like a different person. Like I don't like I see that person and I'm like, that's not me. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not like I'm. There's no semblance of myself. It's just it's like a shell of that's who like not who I used to be, but that's like who I will never be again. Um, and yeah, I kind of like that those things actually exist because I can look back on that and be proud of how much I changed. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty insane. Yeah, appreciate you guys. But yeah, sobriety's a wild ride for sure. You gotta work at it every day, to be honest. You were disassociated during it probably anyways, numb as fuck. Yeah, Desi, I was. I was hella numb. Like, I literally, like, honestly didn't care if I lived or died. I, like, put myself in harm's way so many times that, like, I did so many things that I'm like, man, I probably, like, fucking have HIV now. Or, like, I probably, like, have so many, like, diseases. Or, like, you know, like, I drove drunk. Like, I did shit that was just fucking insane. I could have gone to jail so many times. And it's just, like, it's crazy looking back at that because you never really realize that when you're in that moment that you're like you literally don't care about you and that you're like just trying to fucking just numb everything out hardcore because you look at things like sex and like getting drunk and partying. It's like, oh, it's fun and like we deserve to have fun. We deserve that little slice of pie, you know, which is true, but not to that extreme and not to literally putting yourself and your loved ones in harm's way. I was like that with life and smoking. I'm kind of proud to say I haven't smoked in almost 4 months. Calamite, congrats, man. That's fucking dope. You're talking about weed or cigarettes. Edward, what does a sex addiction entail? Not hating, just wondering in the context of sex being a natural human thing and how that can be potentially abused. Genuine question, no malice intended. Edward, I appreciate you asking that question in a very, very kind manner. That means a lot. I can only speak from my perspective, but I'm a sex addict to the extreme of I was putting myself and the people I loved in harm's way. When I say the people I loved, like particularly my girlfriends, like I was putting them at risk of catching diseases because I was out cheating on them with everything under the sun, like anybody I could have sex with. And then I literally started doing porn because I was a sex addict and it was literally to just like fulfill my fantasies. And I would literally cheat on my ex-girlfriend constantly doing this, and she caught me over and over and over again, and I couldn't stop. And that is what a sex addiction is, because it's literally, I couldn't stop. I was putting my financials at risk. I was putting my job at risk. There would be times I would call into work and just be like, I'm sick, and then I would just go shoot porn all day. I would check into a hotel, like, and just shoot like 2-3 scenes a day with like a bunch of different models. And yeah, it's literally, that's what addiction looks like when I couldn't stop myself from satisfying that need, and I would put that need over everything else. That's what addiction is. Sex is natural, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's a need that every living thing on this planet has. I'm not trying to villainize it at all, but when you're putting that need before every other practical need you have, that need is an addiction. You need to basically fit that need back in with your other needs as well, so they can be like a Rolodex of needs. Not so you're like, oh man, I don't need to eat because I'm just like snorting coke all day, or like I don't need to eat because I'm like having sex all day. So that's what addiction looks like. Assad, it's kind of weird how thinking about how I acted. Or wait, I'll ask this question. Upermans, what's the difference between addiction and obsession? I mean, I don't really know. Like, we could look up the definitions, but I mean, I don't really feel the need to be like, oh, there's like a difference between these two terminologies, because it's really whatever you interpret it as. Obsessions can be just as unhealthy as addictions, as well. So it's like, I don't really think it's good to basically be like, well, no, I'm not a sex addict. I'm just obsessed with sex, because that's not healthy either. You know, being obsessed with something is not good. That can drive you to an addictive state as well. So, I don't know. Assad, I'm going to read your question. It's kind of weird thinking about how I acted while on Xanax, mixing it with alcohol, driving, being crazy aggressive and insensitive. Thinking about it makes me anxious, a vicious cycle. Yeah, Assad, it's crazy to think about, like, when you're really in an addictive state, like, how crazy you act. Like, not crazy, but just how unreasonable you act. Renee, hey man, big respect from the UK. Love your channel and watches. I missed your live stream of the best rounds of Battle Rap 2019 Part 1. Will you be uploading them? Love Part 2 and Part 3. Stay safe, homie. Renee, they're on Patreon. Patreon.com/RuinYourDay now. If you don't want to get the Patreon, they will be uploaded one by one individually in the coming weeks. What supplements am I taking? Mike, I'm not taking any supplements. I don't even drink protein anymore. I just eat clean raw foods. I eat a ton of vegetables. As far as protein, I eat a lot of nuts, tuna, and shrimp. A lot of seafood. Edward, thanks for your honesty and openness and answering the questions. Appreciate you, mate. Of course, Edward. I appreciate you, man. That was a really good question. You can be addicted without being obsessed, but most who are obsessed are addicted. That's fair. Obsession technically is a psychological thing only. It's pretty cool. I could see that. Awesome. Hob00. Hey, Avo, I understand any addiction isn't good, but would you label potheads as bad as other drugs? I mean, no, I don't think. I mean, if you're talking about physical endangerment to yourself and, like, really physical side effects, I don't think being addicted to weed, of all things, is that dangerous. But I think it's I think any addiction is bad, because you're basically, if you're addicted to something, you're putting that need over your other needs. So your other needs need to be met. Like, you need to have a job, you need to have closeness to your family and loved ones, you need to have, if you're in a relationship, you need to honor that relationship and put that before an addiction. So I don't think it's like, oh, it's not as bad because it's, like, not as dangerous physically, and being addicted to something like heroin is very extreme physically, but I think it's just as hard to get through. Daniel, a lot of the time we don't realize until it's too late that our mental health issues impact the ones we love as well. It's hard to properly care for others when you don't care for yourself. Hell yeah, Daniel. Put perfectly. Pigsty, thanks for the promo, man. You're the shit. Hey, Garcia, you still self-quarantining? Yes, I am. I've been inside for, I haven't left my apartment now for like 3 days, which is longer than I've ever not left my apartment. If you guys know anything about me, I go to the gym every day for like 5 fucking hours. So I'm out of the fucking house for like 5 hours, and now I'm literally just cooped up here for life. That's why I've been going live so much, talking to you guys. Did you have any withdrawal from alcohol, like seizures or anything? Nope, Joseph Stone, I wasn't. Fortunately enough, I wasn't to that point of being addicted, so I didn't have any withdrawal at all. If anything, it felt instantly better when I quit. I felt so good. Was it Tuyo? What's up, Ava? Looking buff like a gangsta. All the best, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. It's literally just because I just finished working out. I would look like shit otherwise. Jesse Q, I was planning on doing a raw month for myself starting April 1st, but may have to push it back to May 1st because of the panic buying and quarantine. I know, it's so annoying going to the grocery store now, or even like shopping online. Everything's fucking sold out. Like, I can't get brown rice. Like, I've been trying to buy brown rice for the past 3 days. It's been sold out for the past 3 days. First world problems, eh? Assad, at what age did you decide to go sober, and how many years was it a problem for you? Assad, I'm 35 now, and I'll be 36 this year, and I've been sober almost for 2 years. So I got sober when I was 33, and alcohol ever since I was probably 21 or 22 has been a problem for me. I've been abusing alcohol since then. Ever since I really started partying a lot with my friends and started drinking, it was a big issue. Who's the worst battle rapper to work with? They're all good. I love them all, man. Nobody's the worst. Chris Benoit destroyed the lives of those around him and almost what he loved the most. Was he obsessed? I don't think so, but his addiction to wrestling didn't help his cause. Derek, he was 100% addicted to wrestling. He put wrestling in front of everything. Literally, I'm not saying he was a bad person because I don't know him, but his addiction definitely drove him to become obsessed with his relationship with his friend, and then not battle his inner demons at all, not really be self-introspective. What's up, Avo, Griffin? I'm still going to work in the lab processing COVID specimens. Wish me luck. Griffin, all the positive energy to you, man. I just want to say from the fucking world, thank you so much for what you're doing for everybody out there. You're doing a humongous thing for humanity right now, still working, especially with COVID specimens. So I just want to thank you, Griffin. Really appreciate you, man. That means a lot. You're literally doing something that's helping all of humanity right now. And I wish you all the luck and positivity in the world. It's okay, you can say. Joseph Stone, it may change your mental for that time being, but it definitely doesn't make you a bad person at all. Just got to get back to yourself, I think. Oh, jasmine rice over white rice. Yeah, I agree. I hate white rice. But unfortunately, that's all I have right now. What's up, Joey? How you doing? Appreciate everything you do, Avo. You really want this bad rap scene. Keep doing your thing. Omar, appreciate you, man. That means a lot. I was 11 when I started drinking and smoking. I got pregnant at 16, quit doing all the drugs by 21. Quit drinking when I was 27, 28. I conquered the world before 30. Desi, you're incredible. Congrats on all that. That's fucking huge. Hope you're having a great day today. Is being locked down giving you more creative ideas to bring the scene when all this is done? A Garcia, of course it is. I actually just got a new computer, so that's pretty cool. I've been like fucking around with that. So that's pretty fucking dope. Editing 2 music videos currently, one for Eddie I, one for Frack. We're about to drop a new single for Geechee Gotti if DistroKid goes through, and yeah, I'm doing tons of great stuff. Daniel Forentino, sorry, I'm mispronouncing your last name. I'm a fucking moron. Avo, you were a great guy. Just wanted to let you know that. Keep doing what you're doing. Daniel, appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Salute, man. Cheers, brother. You too. This chat keeps me going. Fuck yeah, Griffin. Shoebox Criminal. Everybody stay safe. Avo, salute, man. Keep indoors. That's what I'm about to do, bro. Thank you, man. Joseph Stone. What do you consider old age? People think 30 is old, but it's really young. I'll be 28 in September. Kind of crazy to think about. Joseph, I don't think anything's old. I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 this year. And, you know, a lot of people have crises during this time. Like, that's 4 years away from 40. And I'm single. I have no romantic anything in my life right now. So I don't have a family, you know, which is something that I really wish I had. And I don't own property. If anything, I'm in the most debt I've ever been in my life. But guess what? I'm fucking the most happy I've ever been in my entire life doing what I love. I think age is just a number and a mindset. There's no such thing as being old. I'm the most fit I've ever been in my whole life. I would beat the fuck out of my 26-year-old self. All right, where did I leave off? Do you have a favorite battle rapper song? At the moment, it's Twerk's Oasis. Go check out that music video. Sorry, though. Our culture definitely normalizes using sex, substances, other addictions, and even benign senses of comfort to disassociate our pain. Thank you for sharing your experience, Avo. Stay healthy. Yep, completely agree with you, man. Appreciate you. I tend to forget what I have overcome in life. I'm like, yeah, what happened is meh. Desi, nah, you fucking killed life. You overcome so much. You should definitely be proud of yourself for all that. That's incredible. Can you shout out the construction workers who just got laid off, homie? Ethan, too smooth. 100%. Shout out to everybody that's working any job, especially construction, that just got laid off. Stay strong, because guess what? When this thing is over, construction is literally going to spike so fucking hard. You're going to have more work than you know what to do with. So just stay strong through this. The government will help you out during this time period. Ethan, my father owns a construction company, so I know what you're going through, man. I know it's not easy. Joey Owens, I'm doing a lot better. Y'all helped me a lot last week. I went to a ER for anxiety attack. but now I'm way better. Thank you guys are the best. Joey, I'm sorry to hear about your anxiety attack, but I'm really glad you went to the ER. I'm really glad you're doing better. Keep at it, man. Be kind to yourself. Keep with it. Stu F. Avo, are you going to jump in the stay home cipher, please? Do it for sobriety and mental health. Oh my god, if I like rap, that would be funny. I don't want to do that because I'm not good at rapping at all. I'm really horrible. But maybe just to be hilarious. I thought it would be funny to record a secret song on one of the Ruin Your Day radios, like have it be secret and just have like a verse for me at the end, like maybe me and Geechee. Maybe I'll do that. Avo, you still look like you're 25. Okay, thank you. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I got the baby face. If I shaved, I would look younger, but that means a lot. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Jerry Lopez, salute from Puerto Rico. Jerry, stay safe out there yourself. Nyrone, due to the corona outbreak, I may be forced to work elsewhere. Previously, I left a job to get sound design work, but the agency was fraudulent. Now I'm determined to craft a decent sound portfolio. Thanks for doing this. K Green, hell yeah, good luck in your sound portfolio, man. It looks fucking amazing. I'm sorry for asking a non-mental health related question. If I may ask, is there ever a chance you'll engage in battle rap by having someone bring you out? What do you mean? Oh, like me, like rap? Or what are you talking about? Clarify your question. Was it to you? You got a family right here, Avo. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate that. That means a lot to me, man. That's big. Blue, what's up? The more you have, the less you are. The less you have, the more you are. Love from Houston. Love you, Blue. Hope you're doing good. Ethan, of course, friend. I'm out here truck driving still. Justin, definitely stay safe during this then. We need to push Ilmac to do his verse. I know, we definitely do. Get on him to do it. Joseph Stone wanted to be in the film industries for so long, but wasted time because of personal. No, you've been in it. Was thinking about moving in later the year to be an actor-producer. Is it far-fetched? No, it's not, Joseph. Any dream you have is not far-fetched. It's like, I always think of this saying, it's only crazy until it happens. Like, nothing is impossible. You can do whatever you want in life. It's never too late. It's never too early. Like, literally, just go after what you care about and fuck everything else. Like, if you really care about and really want to do something, go accomplish it. Life is fucking short. Go do what you want to do. If you want to be an actor and producer, go try your hand at it. Even if, like, you think, oh, like, there's such a slim chance. Like I said, it's only crazy until it happens. All that needs to happen is for it to happen. Damn, my continued line got fucked, I guess. I'll write it again. All right, was it to you? Yeah, just don't write a long response. Do you think this will end? Of course, Joey, this is going to end. Will it end soon? Probably not, but it will end. What's up, my G? Only one. Salute, bro. Stay killing it. We all look up to you and you're an inspiration. Facts, facts, facts. Only one. We need to get you in that cipher. Somebody needs to tag you in. I'm going to tell whoever does it next to tag you in. That would be hella fucking good. Hope you're doing good, man. It's really good to see you in the chat. What's it to you? Like Geechee going, I show you the door. Ho, my gun's gonna blow. What's his face? Because I'm the only white guy that belongs on Smack. Oh. And then you hop out. Oh, like not anymore, bro. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Yeah, I mean, I would do that if somebody like wanted me to. Sure. That'd be hilarious. Pat. You're talking about Pat. I'm the only white guy on Smack. Raising the bar soon. Hell yeah. That's dope. That'll be good to get you on Raising the Bar also. Of course, Joseph. Good to see you in here, man. Just chase your dreams, bro. It's never too late. It will end when the economy is completely fucked. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not going to be that good for the economy, to say the least. But yeah, what else, guys? What else is popping today? You guys watch that Tiger King documentary that everybody's been fucking talking about? I watched the first episode last night. It's crazy those people even exist. Like, literally, it's like, they're like cartoon characters. Like, they don't seem like they're real. Like, any of those people down there. Florida is an amazing state. It's got some very colorful people down there. But check it out if you're bored. That's like a really hilarious thing. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. I watched it all. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of afraid to like really get into it because that's another 8 hours of just binge watching that I'm going to go through. What's it about? Justin, do you want to tell him what's it about? It's basically about like this group of people in Florida that all own big tigers, and it's mainly about this one guy. I mean, it's probably about a lot of other stuff like later in the episodes, but the first episode is introducing all these characters that own a lot of like tigers. This one guy owns like 240 tigers. It's insane. Is that a water bottle or a kettle? This is a water bottle. I wish it was bigger, honestly. Like, I don't know. This thing's annoying too because it doesn't have a handle and it's like pretty big, and I got small ass hands, so it's like hard to palm it. First world problems, huh? There's so many documentaries I've watched and thought the same thing. How is this real? I know, me too. It's crazy. The world is a crazy place. Check out Instagram Battle League. Hell yeah, is that Hollows thing? Aren't they going extinct? Mega Johnny, no. I mean, they're not. Maybe they are. They might be endangered. But basically, there's a fact that I don't know if it's true anymore, that there's more tigers in captivity than there are in the wild. I don't know if that reigns true, but it used to be a fact. It'll be difficult, but slowing the economy will improve when they start letting people go back to work. But shout out to anyone in difficult financial situations. Daniel, completely agree. What's it to you? I'm just glad to see you're doing well. If there's one thing I approve of the corona crisis is how empty the streets are where I live. The lack of car noise and the air smells better now, too. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. LA is insane right now. There's like nobody driving. It's really nuts. Only one of the good things for quarantine is recommending great shows, good reads, inspirational things to do. I'm really trying to get cracking on all my art projects. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Only, exactly, just like really like enveloping art and like really indulging yourself and like getting creative, like reading a good book, watching a good television show, and like being inspired is like so, man, it's so priceless. And like this is the time to do it because you have all the time in the world right now. We don't know when this is going to be over, so all we have is time. Oh shit, we had our first death from COVID-19 here in New Zealand. That's crazy. It made it all the way there. Derek, Avo, thank you for starting this up on Sundays as well. Not sure if this will stay when things get better, but I like the 2-a-week episodes. Hell yeah, Derek, thank you, man. It probably will stay. I mean, actually, I don't know, because I'm usually traveling, and Sundays are really hard for me, because I'm usually, like, at this time of the day, I'm usually in the air, flying. If I can figure out how to do them from the airplane, sure. Yeah, Mike, I've been hearing that, too. Sam Castro, 1 death in my city, lots more in the province and country, though. I don't know how many deaths LA has had, but there's been a couple. And I know there's a lot of cases here, too. Mega Johnny, you're right. 7,000 of the big cats live in U.S. captivity, whereas despite increases, there are as few as 3,890 wild tigers. Oh, my God. That's insane. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It's like, I guess we're breeding them in captivity, but what the fuck? The Oath was a funny movie. I've never heard about that. I'll check that out. Batman versus Internal changed my life. Yes. The GOAT. The best battle of all time. Let's go. Yeah, it was a 70-year-old woman sad. It's more dangerous for old people. That's true. It totally is. If you could do a Ruin Your Day or Ruin an Hour in the Air, it'd be Ruin Your Day World Edition. Hell yeah, Calamite. That's funny. I gotta bounce, but have a nice day out of the chat. Take it easy as well. Was it to you? Thank you for being in here, man. Peace out. Have a good day. What was your favorite event to film? K Green. Recently, it was Summer Impact. I liked filming Genesis, too, just because we had a lot of power behind it. If I get the Rona, will Hollow put a bomb in my ventilator? Probably, as long as it comes with the generator. Then white tigers that mauled Siegfried Roy still around? Probably. Yeah, I know, Calamite. That was hella funny. that was classic. I loved that. Batman versus Internal is a great fucking battle. We're also going live tonight with the next part of Best Battle Rounds of 2019. I do 3 more rounds tonight. This is Duck and Eternal. Neurotic. Glad what you did about age. I'm a couple years older than you. My still being in debt is a source of my depression and self-doubt, but having a lovely wife and kids keeps me strong. Stay safe. Yo, Neurotic, man, you won the game already, dude. You have a wife and kids. Like, there's nothing, there should be nothing that should challenge any of your, like, happiness, dude. You won. You have a wife and kids. Like, there's so many people out there that would kill to have that. Getting out of debt is not, like, really that hard, to be honest with you. You'll get out of debt. Money is like, honestly, a lot like feelings. It's like, it's a translucent thing. It's like it will go through you. Money isn't here to stay. Money is literally something that's made to just pass from one person to the next. So getting sad over something like that, which isn't real, money is only powerful when you give it power, is something that's only going to affect you. So don't sweat it, man. Just like count your blessings, and like you said, you have a wife and kids. That's incredible. What time is Best Battle Rap Rounds going on tonight? 5 p.m. So in 5 hours. Just going live all day. Hell yeah, only. You have to react to Geechee versus RX, Big K versus Audie, and Daylight versus Oops if you haven't yet. Thanks. Yeah, we haven't watched any of those yet. Definitely gonna watch Big K versus Audie Boom. I already watched the first round from that. I might just watch every round from Big K. But the first round is like one of the biggest bodies of all fucking time. My word. Derek, Midwest got hit with tornadoes last night, and Rona, a couple states really hurting right now, wishing them the best. Yeah, I saw that. Wishing all the states that got affected by the tornadoes the best. That's crazy. Scala G, yeah, but life is much easier with money. Yo, Scala, actually, I don't know if that's true, man. Like, it's not like my life was, like, I used to make a lot of money, to be honest with you. Like, when I was doing visual effects, I used to make a fuck ton of money. I don't know if life was easier. Life is easier for me now, to be honest with you. Like, I make a lot less. I'm in way more debt, but it's what I'm saying. It's like, debt is something to be concerned about, but it's not something to literally determine how your life is led, because it's not fucking real. It's only real if you give it power, just like anything else. So it's like, sure, money like allows you to do stuff, but it also comes with a lot of complications too, and it takes a lot of stuff to make that money come into your pocket in the first place. So, Stu F, the earlier stream today has been appreciated. I live in England and don't get to join in the discussions. Of course, Stu. I love the early streams. Life is easier with money as long as you don't expect money to be the sole thing that improves your life. Hell yeah, that's a good way of putting that, Just Jay. That's a good way of putting that. Life is better with a better mindset. Life is easier with more skills. Life is easier when you know kindness and love. Hell yeah, Desi. Hella true. Are your best battles of 2019 not going up on your channel? I had to miss the last one, and I'm tight. Be well, guys. Yo, Aceville. So they're up right now on patreon.com/ruinyourdaynow. If you go subscribe to the Patreon, you can see everything that I do right after it goes live. They'll eventually be on YouTube, but not really anytime soon, because I'm going to be doing them live every single day. And then after I'm done with that, I'll start uploading every round by every round. Why did I give up my other job? Because my other job was not making me happy. It was making me hate everything. I hated working in visual effects. Like, I literally hated the industry. And it was making me super depressed. It was part of my depression. It's not like the sole thing that contributed towards it, but it was something that I wasn't happy doing. And now, literally, I do what I love every single day. Like, I never feel like I work a day in my life. Scala G, well, it's been easier for me because I've been homeless for months and it isn't cool sleeping outside. Yeah, Scala G, I mean, there's definitely, like, I wasn't saying not having any money is easy, because you actually have to have some money to live, and like you said, you have to have some money to put a roof over your head. I'm talking about having money to live and be comfortable, and then having just luxurious amounts of money, which is what people usually think of when they want money. They want enough money to basically blow on every luxury item they can think of. So yeah, of course, having some money is necessary in life. K. Nicole, have I ever thought about buying a weighted blanket? I haven't. My little brother actually owns one, and he like speaks of it really highly. He fucking loves it. But I don't know. I don't know if I would like the way it would feel. I feel like it would just like weigh me down. The blankets I use right now are actually really light, and I like the breathability of them, the breathability. Random, is DiCaprio the now generation's Pacino, and why did you quit the film industry? Anything related to do with your sobriety? Joseph, I just quit the film industry because I didn't like it. Personally, it wasn't my cup of tea. I like battle rap, and I feel like battle rap is my calling, so I'm just going to focus on what I feel I'm most suited for. Sandy, appreciate the $1. Appreciate it. Markel Miller, yo Avo, I started a platform for rappers who want to showcase their talent rather than their marketability. Like most execs, I'm calling it Park Bench Presents. First one was a success. Hell yeah, Markel. That's great. It's fucking awesome. How's quarantine going for you, bro? It's going okay. It's going decent. I'm getting a lot done. Staying productive. Doing these watches, going live. Hell yeah, stay safe to yourself, Sandy, excuse me. Do you film almost all battles for battle leagues? How do you choose which event to do when URL books the same night? Mega Johnny, I have a couple of main clients to work with, and usually that's not an issue. But if it is an issue, I usually just work it out with whoever I have first hold with. What do you think about the URL quarantine card like Rona is a joke? I really don't want to hear battles right now. Vegan wealth, a lot of people want entertainment though. So that's the thing, is like entertainment makes people forget about their current situation. So I don't really think the name is poking fun at the negative aspects of what's going on. I literally just think it's a name because we're all inside, you know? I don't think it's like poking fun at the virus at all. What do you think about Jeff battling again? TNA Tooth was mad about it. He has the right to battle. He's his own person. He has the right to do whatever he wants. I know DNA Tooth has some feelings about it, and that's fine. He's totally justified in expressing his feelings as well. Weighted blanket is really good for legs only, but I live in a cold location. Hell yeah. These blankets are the only thing in San Diego we allow. Fleece blankets. Word. I've ordered a blanket. Took me a bit to get used to it, but I highly recommend it now. Justin Randy, appreciate the $1. Alberto, yo Avo, why was everybody tripping about Big K pulling out paper, but when Lux did Eclipse, everyone was cool with it? Alberto, I actually think it's the opposite. I actually think everybody was cool. I thought everybody thought Lux, when Lux did it, was lame. But when Big K did it, it was good. And that's because when Lux did it, it was directed at Charlie Clips' father. It's not even Clips himself. And Big K is literally, it's at Adi Boom. It's at his opponent. So... where do I ultimately want to be in life? Is being the greatest battle rap videographer all time enough? Or do you want to do something different after? I have no like grand goal in life, if that's what you're asking. Like, I never want to be like, oh, I'll finally be happy when I made a feature film, and then I own a house and I have a pool that has a view. Like, nothing like that. I just want to continue making things that I love good, and I want to continue trying to be a good person, and I want to try to make the world a better place than it was from before I was here. I want to leave a good mark on this world, whether that's something as small as this show, whether that's something bigger than this. That's all I care about. Amy, what's up? Abo, I'm making marinara sauce in an hour. You should start your own culinary. Been meaning to, adventures there. One of the easiest things to make and delicious. Yeah, Amy, I've actually been cooking a little bit more. I've been making like stir fry. I've been making soup. By all means, it's very beginner. Like I'm not like being advanced at all with my culinary skills. So I'm trying to get out there, do more things than making just like tuna and rice. If I could see any battle rapper rematch, what would it be? Probably 24/7 and Soul. Shit, I don't know. I think all the matches were good when they happened. I was trying to think of matches that weren't really that good when they happened, but I think that's the only one that's like I feel like it can be better the second time. We haven't watched Ill Will vs X Factor yet. Nope. Shout out to Sobriety, bro. Cezanne, appreciate you, my man. Being happy is the ultimate goal. Totally. Man, I'm sorry I'm like going through these really slow. Something you got to deal with. Do you like today's rap music? I personally don't. Scala G, I'm a fan of today's rap music, but I see what you're saying. The golden era of Jay-Z, Eminem, 50 Cent, and old school 90s hip hop is definitely different nowadays. Rap music changes and evolves. So you just got to kind of look at it for being different than what it was before. I think people oftentimes get so attached to a purist and elitist mindset that when something changes and turns into something a little bit different, people are like, fuck that. That's not what I used to like strictly. You can enjoy 90s hip-hop, which I'm a huge fan of. You know, I grew up with like Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Capone and Noriega, like 90s New York East Coast hip-hop. And hip-hop nowadays is not like that at all. But nowadays, I really fuck with just like West Coast gangster hip-hop. Like I love YG, I love RJ, I like Geechee. I love all of that type of music too. So, Calamite, my ultimate life goal is to not make choices that I regret and take chances so not to regret it later. Hell yeah, Calamite. I think a good thing also, and to reiterate that, is to, when you do make choices that you might regret, is to not beat yourself up over them, because guess what? You're going to make mistakes. I make mistakes every day. I do things wrong every day. And the thing is to not beat yourself up over them, but to learn from them constantly, because it's like, I do things wrong all the time. All the fucking time still. And it would behoove me to be like, fuck, I can't believe I keep making mistakes and keep doing things wrong. Like, why am I so wrong? Why do I keep fucking up and like beat myself up over it, rather than be like, oh, cool, I learned from this. I won't do that again, or maybe I will, but I'll learn something new when I do it again. You know, just like continuously learning from your mistakes and failures, I think is a good thing. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate everybody being in here. This downtime has got me back on my sleight of hand. I really like being able to fool the hell out of people with the sleight of hand. People need it now in these times. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been an hour. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry I'm fucking all sweaty. Next time I will not work out literally right before I go live. But yeah, guys. We'll be live with another Ruin an Hour at Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, we're going to do them twice a week still. Thank you for everybody tuning in. I wish everybody as much positivity, growth, knowledge, pushing endeavors, and just a great fucking time. Stay healthy, stay inside. Don't go outside unless you need to. If you need anybody to talk to, my email is kgray@rydordie.com, kgray@rydordie.com. Hit me up if you need to. If you need anybody to talk to, I'm there. And yeah, guys, tune in at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today for Best Battle Rounds of 2019, Part 4. We're going to go through 3 battles. I think one of them will be Rum's second versus K-Shine. Yeah, guys, love you all. Peace.